Obi-Wan Kenobi is possibly the most anticipated Star Wars project yet. When the trailer was revealed, it got 7 million views in just one day. That's totally expected though. With Ewan McGregor returning as a titular character and an all-star cast, we're expecting Obi-Wan Kenobi to break records for Disney+. But will it be worth it? Stick around to find out more. First up, it'll be looking bleak for Kenobi. Listen, when we saw McGregor's wise and bearded face as Obi-Wan again, we lost it. Seriously, his reintroduction to the Star Wars universe as Anakin Skywalker's failed mentor and young Luke Skywalker's protector is one of the best moves Disney CEO Bob Iger made. Look at the response the series got. In a poll that Hollywood Reporter took way back in August of 2016, Obi-Wan got the highest number of votes. Literally every fan wanted this to happen, and so did McGregor. But as we got to learn more about the series through interviews and internet gossip, we understood that it's not all sunshine and rainbows for our beloved hero. The story set 10 years after the events of Revenge of the Sith, and more specifically, it deals with the aftermath of Order 66 executed by Darth Sidious. When we last left the prequel trilogy, the Jedi Order was massacred and all but gone. But as Star Wars Rebels and other works revealed, not everyone was gone. Other than Yoda and Obi-Wan, other Force users such as Ahsoka Tano survived Order 66 and stayed alive by being on the run and laying low. While we love nothing more than the sarcastic, jovial Ben Kenobi from A New Hope, it's clear from the trailer that Kenobi will be dealing with the losses he faced in Revenge of the Sith, with countless friends and brothers in arms killed or otherwise disappeared. It's very likely that things will get much worse for our hero before they start to get better. We already know where the show is headed in terms of the timeline set by the original trilogy. Obi-Wan will survive, and he'll help protect young Luke Skywalker from both the Inquisitors and his father, Anakin. This of course brings us to Darth Vader, who as we all know survived his duel with Obi-Wan on Mustafar. Hayden Christensen is returning, and we all know what this means. Next, Darth Vader like we've never seen. The Kenobi series will mark the first time since the prequel trilogy that both McGregor and Christensen will be in the same Star Wars product at the same time. We know the infamous Vader's appearance in the series means only one thing: how badass is he gonna be? Yes, the show has to balance character development and all-out action sequences, but we've already seen Disney achieve that with The Mandalorian. Din Djarin's development over the course of a singular season, coupled with his awe-inspiring badassery, made him an instant favorite among classic fans of Star Wars as well as newcomers. But Darth Vader is leagues above Din Djarin. Honestly speaking, he's an exceptionally intelligent military strategist. He's fearless, and above all, he's one of the scariest dudes out there. Nothing could have prepared us for the hallway scene from Rogue One. First we heard his iconic breathing apparatus and the sounds it makes when he breathes. Then we hear the frightening buzz of his red lightsaber as it turns on. And then we see a massacre. The original trilogy did show him as a badass, but the action sequence were, forgive us for saying, lackluster. Vader was a formidable fighter and used the Force to choke people out, sure, but it wasn't that great. It wasn't until Star Wars Rebels and Rogue One that we actually got to see just how freaking scary this guy is. And the Kenobi series needs to continue that trend. Now, the Deadly Inquisitors. Other than Christensen's Darth Vader, we'll also be getting the first live-action introduction of the Inquisitors in the series. The Inquisitors, or Inquisitor for a singular person, were once a Jedi themselves, but either chose or were tortured into doing Darth Sidious's bidding. And after the latter died, they came under the command of Darth Vader. They were tasked with one simple job: killing the remaining Jedi and Force users, including children. Yeah, it's gonna be bleak alright. The cast appearing as the Inquisitors has us excited too. Fast and Furious actor Sung Kang will be appearing as Fifth Brother, and Rupert Friend will be playing the highest-ranking member, fittingly called the Grand Inquisitor. Friend's appearance in the trailer had a lot of fans disappointed because the character's design differs greatly from what we saw in Rebels, but he looks equally dangerous to us. But we're particularly excited to see another new face to the franchise, Moses Ingram. She'll be playing a fearsome new enemy called Reva, also known as Third Sister. She's been described as a relentless inquisitor and extremely athletic. She's the one that we think Obi-Wan will be most cautious about. One wrong move from him, and the secret might be revealed, and then it's over for little Luke. Ingram has also hinted at the relationship between Vader, the Grand Inquisitor, and Reva, stating that the three share a common goal for the dark side, and we're probably going to get lots of chase scenes and grand set pieces. We're hoping for at least one lightsaber duel between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan, and that alone will make this the best series ever. And how can we forget the score? The trailer for the series contains John Williams' Duel of the Fates, and saying that it hypes you up is an understatement. Williams also wrote and composed the main theme of the show, and we're expecting nothing short of fire. Like, the theme will play on TV, and the speakers will just blast fire across our rooms instead of sound. The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett both had fantastic themes for their main characters, and while Ludwig Göransson did a brilliant job with them, John Williams is still John Williams. The 90-year-old dude never misses. What makes the score even better is that Natalie Holt, who composed music for Loki, will be crafting the rest of the soundtrack for Kenobi. This marks the first time that a woman had scored a live-action Star Wars project. That's pretty awesome. And if we've learned anything from the Loki series, it's that Natalie does not disappoint. You know know who else doesn't disappoint? Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen. The two binge-watched Star Wars to prepare. We understand that coming back to Star Wars after 17 years is a difficult thing. You forget a lot of things, and with so many fans to please, you've got to know your stuff. So McGregor and Christensen did what we do almost every 3 months: binge-watch all the Star Wars movies. McGregor has admitted that he'd never seen the prequels since they came out, and while that's close to blasphemy for the fans, he redeemed himself and watched all 9 movies. And yes, that includes the new ones. You know, the not-so-well-received ones. The movie marathon helped him understand his version of Obi-Wan, as well as Alec Guinness's version of the character. More importantly, McGregor got ideas of how to bridge the two versions together. While he was taking his role very seriously, Christensen, on the other hand, took things up a notch. Not only did he watch all the 9 movies, he also dove headfirst into the animated shows. He admitted that the shows developed Darth Vader beyond the movies, and exploring it was pretty amazing for him, giving him new insight into the tragic villain. If that's the homework we had to do, we'd never miss a single class. Next, locations familiar and new. Going back to the trailer again, we're immediately taken to the location we've explored in The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. The planet with 2 suns, Tatooine, will make an appearance once again in Kenobi, and we're more than happy to see it again. We'll also be seeing youthful versions of Owen and Beru Whites and Lars in their hut with a young, adventure-seeking Luke. But we won't be sticking to the sand-covered planet for too long. Kenobi will feature a new location to the Star Wars universe called Daiyu. We got to see a brief look at it in the trailers, and it's pretty sick. It looks like a Hong Kong-inspired location full of dark, seedy streets and neon lights in every direction. It's a graffitied and edgy place, and can make for some epic action sequences between Obi-Wan and the Inquisitors. Daiyu will be a welcome chance to the empty desert feel of Tatooine, and will definitely keep our hero busy as he goes about his business. What could make the show even better is if it confirms one floating rumor. Apparently, Obi-Wan will be recruited by Bail Organa to rescue a 10-year-old Leia, the other Skywalker. He'd have to accomplish this by going to a cantina-like establishment, and we know there's an established cantina in Mos Eisley, but it could also be somewhere in the underbelly of Daiyu. Our take on the matter: Disney Plus has an ace up its sleeve with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and there are several unexpected twists coming our way. We've got our calendars marked for May 27th, and we bet we'll be seeing a 90+% rating on Rotten Tomatoes when the first 2 episodes drop. The only way it won't get that rating is if Obi-Wan's first bit of dialogue isn't "hello there." And that's all for today. How excited are you to see Ewan McGregor returning as Obi-Wan Kenobi? And what did you think of the Grand Inquisitor's design? Tell us in the comments. Hit like if you liked our content, and hit the subscribe button so you never miss out on future uploads. Till next time, guys, may the Force be with you.